Hi, I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of Our Take on Cruise with Roger and
Shannon, or
Roger.
and
My name is Roger Blum with Cruise and Port Advisors, and on this beautiful day I am with
Shannon McKee of Access Cruise, and it is a beautiful day. And you know, this is a unique edition of Our Take on Cruise because this is what, our third try.
This normally doesn't happen, but every time we've tried it, there's been some really weird noise. And if there's weird noise this time, we're going to deal with it.
And you know what? You almost got your car towed yesterday.
Yes, I actually
We
ran
had a
off in the middle.
In the middle of filming, all of a sudden you see Roger go, "Excuse me."
See, life isn't always as easy as being at Sea Trade Cruise Global for a week and Cruise 360 for a week.
I know, and we had an iguana chasing us yesterday too, which was super interesting.
I'm sure we can get one here. Anyhow,
let's talk about the cruise industry. Sea Trade Global is over. I'm still tired, but you were also at a cruise event last week with CLIA.
that's right. CLIA has their annual Cruise 360, which is, I think, probably the biggest event for travel advisors, especially the cruise advisors, to learn more about cruise lines, destinations, horns honking. Do I have like a bee on me?
You had a ladybug on you.
Oh,
That's lucky.
Make a wish. Anyway, so that was Cruise 360 last week. So it's been busy.
It has been busy. And you know what else has been busy? I saw Princess Cruises has been busy. And I'm all about Princess right now because they talked about this new sanctuary on top of the ship, a new retreat area, and I'm all in for that about right now. And I also love Hannah Waddingham, who is the godmother of the Sun Princess, which they just inaugurated.
It looks fantastic. I can't wait till the ship gets here to Florida.
She's one of my favorites.
So maybe we can swing an invitation to take a look.
Maybe.
We can do an hour take on board. But also, speaking of ships, Mercy ships.
Yes.
So there was a really wonderful announcement. MSC has announced that they're going to be helping Mercy ships build their next ship. So Mercy ships is something I don't think we've discussed before. It's a wonderful nonprofit that operates ships that are really floating hospitals. So they travel around Africa mostly at this point, but they've been in the Caribbean, Central America, South America, Asia, providing life-changing surgeries that these people would not normally have.
Yeah, Mercy Ships, it really is a great organization. Kudos to MSC Group, who are going to be building the ship for them. They're going to have 6 different surgery rooms on board. They also have a laboratory on board. You know, a few years ago, during COVID, Linda and I actually looked at what we could do to volunteer because everybody on board is volunteers, but I think it's like a 4-month stint that you have to stay, and I couldn't swing it.
It's different lengths of time. For the medical staff, the surgeons, but everybody, not just the medical staff, the deckhands, the crew, it's 100% volunteer.
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful organization, and it's been supported for many years by Sea Trade and by CLIA. That's the second time we mentioned CLIA.
That is the second, but you were talking about CLIA, and you said that you read some on their new report that came out.
Yes, CLIA came out with their latest State of the Industry report, and it's actually really interesting reading, and it's not very complicated reading. It's just graphs of really important information. One of the top ones is in 2023, I think there was 31.7 million cruisers worldwide, but in 2024, that number goes to 34.7 in just 1 year. And there's a lot of interesting statistics in there.
There is. There's a lot more first-time cruisers than we expected.
27% of cruisers in 2023 were first-time cruisers. And
That's incredible.
It used to be that people would think of first-time cruisers as those who start off on one of the contemporary lines and then kind of move up to the premium and the luxury lines. But even the luxury lines, you know, you look at what Four Seasons is talking about, Ritz-Carlton, so many of them, Virgin Cruises and the premium, are targeting people who have not thought about cruising before. So you're getting first-time cruisers in all levels.
Well, I think that's really exciting, especially for the cruise industry. At the rate that they are growing, we definitely need new-to-cruise passengers. So I love that all came out in the report. But you had a fun fact you wanted to share.
So the fun fact is, for many years, and many of you know the name or maybe even know him, Bob Dickinson was president of Carnival Cruise Line. So Bob used to preached about these first-time cruisers and how important they were to build the business. If the cruise lines and the cruise industry is going to grow, you got to keep bringing in people. But he used to like to call them cruise virgins. And the reason he thought that virgin was the proper name for them, because like other virgins, he figured that if they tried it, they'd like it and want to keep doing it.
Do you think he's an investor in Virgin Cruises?
Well, he definitely believes in this. And in the CLIA survey, it did say that 82% of people who cruise want to do it again. So
There you go.
it works.
Well, I know we'll be doing it again, and we'll be back with them next week.
We're talking about cruising, right?
Yes, of
Okay,
course.
good. See you next week.
Bye.